Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sunesha and we are playing Dishonored Definitive Edition. This is a low chaos, non-lethal playthrough of the Knife of Dunwall DLC. Actually, this will be a little bit different episode because somehow I managed to disconnect my microphone, so I have to do post commentary, and hopefully it will work if my voice clear. Yeah, so in the last episode we I cleared out all the enemies. No, we saved okay, I'm probably checking if I can upgrade right now. No, I'm checking my mission objectives. Yeah, so in the last episode we saved all our little helpers, and so now we just need to fetch the assault plans. So bear with me because I'm not playing live here. I'm not remember every thought that went through my mind, but I'm thinking I would probably blink there as usual, that place over there, and I would blink directly to the second floor there where I was safe before. But I'm waiting for the right moment to do that. And it's interesting that assault plan is not really well defended. It's not so many guys there. The things we did before was so much more complicated, and I don't really have the mana problem any longer. Okay, so let's check. Now I'm checking my upgrades. Yeah, I remember my train of thoughts here. If I hadn't messed up the mission with the granny racks, you're supposed to throw that card into the fire, and there was a fireplace in the house in Tim's estate in the last mission where you could put that card on fire, and then I would have had enough runes to get the upgraded time bend. And these guys, I remember this, Fred and Barani, yes, Barani and me, we are doing a remote control Hitman Blood Money playthrough where we come up with this expression with Troll Patrol, and those two guys, they are on Troll Patrol. It isn't a way that it's really hard to get one of them without the other one actually spotting us doing some nasty, so that's a Troll Patrol. If you want to check that out, is on my channel, is a Hitman Blood Money, and it's a very cool playthrough. I'm helping Barani, that is relatively new to stealth. Oh, maybe not new to stealth, but I help him to understand stealth. Okay, so I'm probably just planning my moves here, and it's really weird to do post-production because I don't really know why I do stuff like I do, because I'm probably just scouting out the area, and yeah, they are definitely on Troll Patrol there, but one of the guys has a break off, so we have the time to take him out, and that's probably what I'm gonna do. So when he has the back turn, I will go for him, and I will probably carry him to a safer spot. And you have to be careful on these platforms, do not stand close to the edge, for otherwise they can spot you downstairs. So that's why I blinked from the wall. So I'm hugging the wall over there because I don't want to get spotted. So now we just have the music box man left, and the music box man had been so much more funny if he had a little monkey that played the music box for him like a circus freak. That would be a lot. Okay, so I'm probably I think I'm gonna try to choke him out, but he's under some kind of Troll Patrol, so I would probably go for sleeping bolts instead. They are much safer, and we are at the end of this mission, so, and I've been very conservative with my resources, so I decided here in this moment that I'm just gonna sleep bolt and not worry about him. But I'm of course checking everything before I take my move. And now we have and as you can see in this game, they actually have to not watch the bodies, you have to look see what direction they are looking, because they turn their head and check everything out. So I'm probably being careful here, and it seems like he is on this very short patrol, so I have a moment when he is turning his back to us there and looking at the stairs. And we are waiting for that moment. And there we go. He's there for a short while, so and we have a lot of sleep, so I decided to get him. So I will transport him over to the other guy. That's usually my thing, and I'm staying close to the wall so nobody sees us. And then I blink here from the wall so nobody sees us. Here, yeah. So you get my idea. You have to be careful and mindful about your surroundings, and now I blink right into the wall. Yeah, I decided to go back and fill up my mana probably. Yes, I did. I must say, I don't really enjoy doing post commentary on this kind of gameplay. If it was a walkthrough, I would know what I'm doing, but this is the Let's Play, so I'm more reacting to stuff in a different way because I haven't learned everything about the level. So I did a post commentary on the walkthrough, and that worked really great because I was so sure what I'm doing.
After what happened last night, chances are very
and it's really weird because these assault plans are not defended by anyone, so I could just fetch them there, but I'm being careful here, just waiting a moment and see if somebody will patrol in here to this area. And of course we hear the rune in the background, and I will of course collect that also. And there we go. I'm very careful because I have stayed undead undetected in this game, so and really ghosted, and so far all thing goes, and this is probably okay. So there we have the Overseer's assault plan, and
this map shows a coordinated sweep of the flooded district, but the Overseers here didn't stick to the plan. Someone must have tipped them off.
And this is a little bit weak story-wise, because we only have one character that we really know in this game, and that's Billie Lurk. So who is gonna betray us? Some unknown character? I don't think so. So it's Billie Lurk. She's probably gonna betray us because she is the only character that outsider has reappeared for us. But otherwise, it's just Billie Lurk. So it's quite easy to guess the outcome here. Billie Lurk has betrayed us. So we need to go to here and I think it's time to collect. We have freed all our helpers, and it's time to put them to use.
Take your word, sir. What's our next move?
And of course we should take the non-lethal option.
Can. Their plans are ruined.
So I'm unnecessarily careful here. We have already beaten the level here. Our assassins has done all the work for us, so that's really nice. As you can see, there are no overseers around here. But I'm, as usual, very careful.
Give me a report.
We'll take the overseer who led the attack and find out what else he knows. As soon as he's conscious. It seems the overseers are marching into the flooded district, planning a massive assault against us. This overseer Hume went against orders and attacked early. Our men, the ones you freed, were able to rout the remaining zealots. This place belongs to us again.
How did the cursed overseers find us?
It's my fault. I told Delilah where we were hidden. She wanted me to turn on you.
You did this.
But I can't go through with it.
Stupid child. All you had to do was cut his throat.
He deserves better. I was an idiot to listen to you.
So that's your choice then.
And this is our preview of the next DLC, the Brigmore Witches.
Way, the Brigmore Witches will be your end. You should have forgotten my name the day you heard it.
I think it was always understood between us that I'd see my moment and take your place. I moved too early. You weren't weak, like I thought. I'm only sorry I didn't pick a better ally. Delilah made contact with the Overseers. I thought, between the three of us, we'd have you dead to rights.
We can blame the Zealots for that. Overseer Hume was too quick to move.
My life is yours now. Kill me, or let me live. If it even matters to you.
Touching and pathetic. If I see either of you again, I'll tear out your stone-cold hearts and walk in your skin.
Well, of course, we're gonna say, Billy, we are playing non-lethal here after all. We killed somebody by accident, and I am quite sure it was not my doing, it was just glitchy sometimes. So, of course, we're gonna say Billie Lurk. We are a man seeking redemption, so if somebody's gonna forgive us, we must forgive other people, so let's be the Jesus man, turn the other cheek.
I forgive you. Get out of here. Leave the city. Leave my sight, Billy. I give you your life.
Dramatic, blurry scene.
When Billie Lurk was 8, she wanted to be the captain of a ship. From the moment she met you, all she wanted was to be a killer. She watched you, learned from you, and then she saw you losing your grip and decided to take your place. And now, she's limping to the outskirts of the city. She'll pay a smuggler to get past quarantine. She'll watch herself for signs of plague for a while. Gradually, the fear and grief that seep into your bones in Dunwall will dissipate, and she'll find a new name and a new use for her skills. Even if Dunwall burns to the ground, one corner of the Empire will still know your story. Daud, killer of an Empress. Daud, who spared his betrayer's life.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got the achievement here for not alerting anyone, and I figured it out. Actually, after all, in the mission, we was on the Rothwild Slaughterhouse. You remember that's the alarm rang? It was actually not my fault that the alarm rang, so it didn't count against me. So I actually managed to stay undetected, unalerted, but I killed somebody by mistake, probably by they dropping down from a ledge or something when I put them so the rat will not eat them. So I think I played non-lethal, but I have stayed undetected, undead, a ghost, and unalert. So I'm very happy with this playthrough. So yeah, of course I want you guys to join me in the Brigmore Witches, and we will once again play on low chaos and non-lethal. We get a hint here that I think is important, especially now when Dishonored 2 is in the future. They are making this in the future. Remember, Billie Lurk actually escaped the city of Dunwall and changed her name, so maybe she will reappear in Dishonored 2. We don't know, but I think so. After all, they have took that story. The only thing was a little bit weak was it was not very hard to guess who was the betrayer, because outsider, that was the only person we interacted with if this story DLC was Billie Lurk, so she was our follower and so on. So it was quite easy to guess her, because she was the only other main character in this story DLC, if we don't count the targets and the outsider. And I think this is our Arcane Studios has done a great work with this game, because this is how you should do an expansion, give a new experience. And we got to view, we got to play cover as the revenging everyone must die edition through this, and then we played as the killer of the Empress that turned Corvo's life away, but Daud decided to go on a mission of redemption and to play as a good guy and be a good guy. And I really like that twist, because that's how life is. Some people will change for the better, some people will change for the worse. In our case, Corvo changed for the worst, but Daud started to see things from a new angle, and I really like that this story is dynamic and so on, and your choices matter in a way it forms the story. I will not spoil the main game, but there was many moments where the game and the story surprised me, and it really reflected the evil Corvo we was that was killing everyone, and it got darker and darker. As in conclusion of that playthrough, there was not anyone alive, and my challenge in that playthrough was to stay alive, and I will not share how that went, but I managed to beat my own challenge to stay undetected and undead. Undetected is quite easy, because if I stay undetected, I will also stay undead, not like a zombie. I just think it's fun play with Rose. And I really hope you will join me with Brigmore Witches. It's another excellent story DLC. This is how DLC should be done. Tell the story from a different angle, and this is actually... we have enjoyed these missions for quite many episodes. I think it's over 10 episodes, so this is actually how it's not a 1 hour playthrough or 20 minutes when you know what to do. This has kept us busy. And to honor Alcan Studios for making this excellent game, I will let the credits roll. And as always, thank you for watching.